check the mic.
What's good? Check 1, 2. We good. He say we good. Check says something good.
Check, check, check.
What's good, fam? We back after what? 2-week break or week break, something like that. So we been out on the road doing what we do. As far as musically, Suge, Velvet Cover Band, and my band, Perfect Peace. We out here getting some of this summer money and having some summer fun. You know, it's summertime. You know, and we got more gigs coming up. And I didn't want to just do the show during the week. We're doing it strong. We just go live on some of them other shows. But we've been having fun, and when we get a chance, and I said I'm gonna come back, spirit laid on my heart. We're gonna do a show today on frequency, because while I'm out and about, I be seeing all kinds of stuff, talking to different people as far as, you know, people is having anxiety, people getting mad. I know one dude, he gonna stay nameless. He riding around, and he had a helmet in his car. I said, what's this for? He said, for these niggas. I said, all right. Threw my hands up. But no, I got friends riding around with bats. And a couple of them riding around with that thing.
Right.
But it only take one thing to trigger, set them off, then they're going to be wishing that they didn't do that.
Right.
Because really, all this stuff ain't that serious. One dude told me a dude knocked something over and he was coming out to 7-Eleven. He said he punished. Because the dude laughed at him.
Right.
And, you know, everything, you gotta come in. We doing that shit 20 years ago, 15 years, 10 years, 5 years.
Right.
We supposed to be elevated. Because I'm going to talk on a spiritual level, and some of the stuff going to go over y'all head. Some of y'all going to catch it, and you're going to use it later on. You're going to be like, damn, this what Ghost was talking. But nevertheless, I'm just going to put it out there.
Right.
You can always rewatch the video or take a note, write something down. Because everything is frequency and vibration on this planet. Planet itself, everything moves. This table, you might think it's solid, but if you get the right telescope and look at it, these particles are moving real slow. Dense. That's why you say the word density. Everything is slow. Right? You might look at a quarter, right? I don't know if I got a quarter on me. You might think, okay, or not even a quarter, whatever. This penny. It's solid, you can see it. If I take it, spin it, and if I spin it fast enough, you won't even see it. You'll just see like a fragment of something spinning in a circle. See?
Right.
It's because moving fast, the slower it gets, it will slow down, and boom, you'll see the whole penny.
Right.
That's the same thing with energy. Energy is all around us. You're energy, I'm energy. These tables, chairs, everything is energy. Everything is moving, believe it or not. Like I say, the heavier the density is, the slower it is, it becomes soft.
Right.
But the lighter it is. Words I'm speaking, they are energy too. My throat putting out chord, putting out frequency, tone, right? And when you get into tones, like you say, these tuning forks, tones. They even got one I got up here. I bought a bunch of tuning forks things. Because we got chakras that go around, vortex energy go around our body for order for you to have a harmonious, productive life. Right? Them chakras got to be working. What happened is.
So you gonna show us how you was showing me how to?
Yeah, we're gonna get in there. We got 2 sessions.
Okay.
So, but I might be all over the place because there's a lot. I'm trying to get a little bit of time. But I say something, you know, you can take your ink pen, jot it down, or you can rewind the tape back. But we got shock, vortex energy that go around our body. And like you got love from your heart chakra, you got your crown chakra, right? got your third eye chakra. You got 7 chakras, really more, but basic chakra that we can learn first. The root chakra. The root chakra is the bottom chakra. It's like red. The color is red. And all these chakras got to be working, right? Flow. Like on the root chakra, you got lust, sex, greed, all this envy, all that kind of stuff working in your root chakra. You know, you see a person always want to have sex. Person jealous of somebody else, but they got it. Person just low vibrational stuff. That's all they ever do. That's because they living out of their root chakra. They not in the solar plex. Whatever. They stuck. But you're supposed to be able to flush it. Chakra. When it's time to love, you're supposed to go to the hospital. Time to create, you're supposed to go to your, like your third eye. Right? When it's time to do whatever, it's a chakra for that. And the goal is to come out of them lower chakra, reach your crown chakra. Once you reach the crown chakra, you will go down further. Really, it awaits the home right there, right? And that's when they say the serpent. Serpents represent wisdom, but that's a whole nother thing. I'm trying to keep it basic. So what happened is when you get mad or people running around, once you know everything frequency, everything is energy. So we breathing in. Like our oil field that's grounded, got like it look like a light bulb, street light. You see that bright thing going around the street light, that's an oil. So we got
keep
oils.
it in, you keep it in, you keep the light in.
Keep your energy. And but stronger your oil field, the vibrant you are, the more you can manage. So if you got I'm sitting next to you, right? We not touching, but our oils are intertwining with it. So whatever you got going on with you, I got going on with me by us being this close, your oil can reach out to 6 feet. Right? You could be in line in a grocery store. You standing behind somebody. You don't even know this person. But y'all are interacting with each other through an oil. So when you be, that energy can be with you. And then you might be feeling some kind of way or thinking some thoughts you ain't used to thinking because you was interacting with that person oil. So the job is to keep your oil clean. So that's why you see me burn this Palo Santos. And they also have things like sage. When I come in here, I light this stuff. I do candles because I don't know who been in here through the week. And energy can stick on walls, stagnated energy. Like I was telling you earlier, you got a lake and the water sit on or something. It'll become like looted. Because that just sitting, that water gotta have some kind of flow. Like river, water steady moving, flowing. That's why like when they say in the bank, say your cash flow, they freeze your cash flow. The bank system actually been set up like the water system. You know what I'm saying? What I mean that is when they say they freeze your assets, can't go get no money out of the bank. They froze through their investigation, whatever going on. But what they do with water, they freeze it. Water can be ice, with solid. Water can be water, which you can drink it. Then it also can be heating up, to be vapor. And it turns into steam, just be tissue. And what happened is we're in a dome. Same water we had billions of years ago is still here. It'll go up. Guess what? It'll rain back down. Feel me? Being in the rivers. That's why I say water is smart. Water is intelligent. Water been here longer than us. But water is programmable. You can take one of these forks, take it, hit it. You see that vibration hit it? You'll see the water rippling. Because you can't see it, but it's rippling. Just because you can't see it don't mean it ain't just like a cell phone. We got all kinds of computers, all kinds of computer waves, all this stuff going through the air. You can't see it, but it's there. So that's why it's good to get back out of nature. You can be around all this stuff every day, see every day, cell phone, putting it up to your ear, and that stuff can come overwhelm you. And then by you not cleansing, like you're supposed to, you end up getting off balance, snap. You know what I'm saying? Or you can even get sick. So we focus on going to the doctor, right? Taking medicine, meds that give us for a temporary fix. But if we would just take our time and go out nature, we can release all that. Feel me?
Yeah.
So also hand me that book back. Nico, I don't see us on the screen. Hey, Nico. This book. Now I was saying, you put it in, I don't see us moving. Huh? Yeah, but when I put it up, yeah, I just hit refresh. I wonder, how you doing? That must be beginning.
Wasn't you?
The long story short,
I know.
this path of energy. This is one book. Several books out there, and you get you some books tell you about energy. Learn. God can't tell you all this lifetime journey.
Yeah.
But I'm just about to do that I learned.
I was reading the one in the book before the podcast goes about you be telling me about it anyway. With the bookmark I was reading a little bit about getting grounded, like with the earth.
Yeah. That's what it's about. Let's say you be like stressed out. I'm gonna hit this nigga in the head with a hammer. Woo woo woo, or people walking over you just getting tired. So them are signs, like I said earlier, we go take care of physical health, but we don't take care of our mental health. And a lot of that do with grounding. And one of the ways you can do, you can go outside, walk barefooted on the grass, on the earth. Some people dig a little hole, plant their feet in the earth, sit in the sun. Basically, like plant yourself like a tree. And you getting, releasing like negative energy, but they got what you call like electrical ion comes out of the earth, going through your feet, coming up through your body, your palms, your hands, and your feet. Energy come in through the left side, go out right. You can put it on the grass, hold it up facing the sun. People said back in the day, they used to think we worshiping the sun. But people in Egyptian days, back in the day, what they was doing, they was like basically killing them. Really wasn't worshiping the sun. Minus the sun, there wouldn't be no life on earth. We need sun. Sun is our friend. We have melanin in our skin, protect us from getting cancer and all this stuff. That's why over Africa be so hot. They dark over there because they need more melanin to fight sun.
Right.
And right now today, a lot of light-skinned people, white people, and people with less melanin. They have melanin, but not melanin that we have.
Right.
Got different types. So they fight it off. And that's why you see right now today a lot of people complaining about they got thicker than. You see more people walking around with thick glasses. That's to protect their eye. And they say there's not a good day to go outside because of UV rays.
Right.
And don't look at the sun. Shit, I went outside in the sun that day, walking in the sun, looking at it, staring at everything. I did like 7 miles that sweat good. And they ain't bothering me. Instead of them just telling you the truth, telling people what's up, they want to pick and choose and lie and shit about everything.
Right.
But cat's out the bag. For real. It is what it is. We're not black. It is penny. We're copper colored people.
Right.
And then for them to survive in the future, they gonna have to merge. Like it or not, one generation. Go underground. I don't even know if they're gonna be able to live underground. But I didn't want to make the show about that. Say that's part of it. But you go in ground. So
Right.
you can hug a tree, right?
Mm.
Trees can actually hear us. We can talk to them. They got videos out there. People actually hear me. That's what the show. So you can Google all this.
This is a lady at my job that put plants, they grow plants in the building, real nice. And she be saying, you gotta talk to her. I'm like, talk to her? What am I?
Yeah, that's for real. The plant. I talk about plants. I got plants at home. And yeah, basically the plants put out, breathe out carbon dioxide, make oxygen, us things. We breathe out. So we living off them, they live off us. Understand? So we are nature. God made flowers, trees, made us. And animals. So we are nature. That's why He gave us everything that we need to heal a body. It's in nature. But they go out, take some quick other stuff called medicine.
Change it.
You know, get you in a system so you can pay some money. You know, back in the day, I don't think you had no grandma, great grandma, they said, go out there and get some of them dandelions. Boil some of them dandelions. Right? And cure certain things.
Pepper.
Sour sap. All this stuff that, the book I showed you, I got, you know, 250 remedies. All that stuff natural. You know? And that's what we do. So the energy and the frequency level, the higher the frequency, the better you are. But the earth is shifting from 3D to 5. It's already, and we starting to see animals and things that we hadn't seen in the past, because it's not that God wants the dimension of birds. So for you to even live in that dimension, you're not going to be able to, a lot of people going to die, not make it, because they're not raising their frequency, they've been stuck in their ways.
Right.
So they're going to be on that, stuck on that 3D. All that bad shit that's going to be happening, 3D, they're going to keep reincarnating over and over again, coming back to that, versus raising your frequency. Go to 5D, because 5D, you manifest like that. Think of something you want to do, reality you want to be, boom. That's what you can be. But we got these hellish thoughts in our head. That's why they put all these TV shows, killing, all this stuff you watching. And you watching this stuff, you programming your mind. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. You go outside now, or that person I was telling you about, they argue with somebody, want to go pull a gun. The first thing they want to do is shoot, but they what? Seeing it on TV. They being television programming. So these little two wake up in the morning as far as affirmation, speaking out your mouth with your throat sharp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saying, today is a great day. You know what I'm saying? I will have a great day. We'll progress. Good things will happen. Speak it. Then when you go to the word, say, speak those things that are not in the word. So you wake up, you're speaking these things before you even go out the house. You're giving yourself a quiet time. You know, while the children sleep or the wife sleep, you're in the bathroom or you're in the things off. Wake up in the morning before them. Give yourself to yourself. Because you're going to get a job daytime. Hard-headed co-worker. You're going to get a world daytime. So get up, give yourself first. Right? And then they might wake up, oh, why you going up there? Well, I'm just giving myself some time to people. Yeah. Then you got some people, I ain't need to be by yourself. Therefore, you know, they fucking around waking up with you. This supposed to be your time, and they up.
Right.
So, you know, if it's taking a walk at lunchtime, I used to have this picture of water, big bait on my desk when I was working. I get stressed out. I shut the door, lay back, look at the picture. That was my mini vacation.
It was like you were just.
I was there. I got the beach. Bait. You need that mental. You gotta create stuff like that for yourself. Keep you crashing out. Feel me? But this matrix design had crashed out. You got the jail full of people that crashed out. Graveyard filled up with people that crashed out. And you just want to have harmony and balance. Still, you do a lot of stuff. I just say cut a lot of stuff off. Man, you ain't got time to play foolish people. So back to these tuning forks.
Yeah, I want you to do that again, man. I was into that.
I got these tuning forks, bunch of them, for the shop.
I want y'all to see this. Oh, it's warm in it.
That's why I say you got shop. And already buy. And all these tuning forks is a different frequency first, vibration. Right? So you got your glasses on. I want you to look at.
Oh, I gotta put I got my shades on.
I can kind of see.
Let me see.
That's the solar plex with this.
Yeah, that's the solar plex.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the solar plex all the way down, and then we're gonna go up. Bigger they are, the bigger they are, the lower the frequency. And I done seen people with like Earth do and other stars, they got big mountains to them. You hit that going, I would love to have one of them. But this one's this is the throat shot. With this one right here. This crown, this top. Then we got root. This is the bar. Let me see, hold up. Say, right.
This the heart.
Yeah. This heart. Would you see the heart within on this?
This heart.
This
That's another heart.
This
So
S.
soul heart.
Is that S-O? So
That's soul heart. This the third eye. This the third eye.
third eye. Let me see, this third eye right next to the crown. Third eye, then the throat.
Throat right here.
No. Crown, third eye. Yeah, throat. This is throat, I think. then you got your harsh. So, so hot. I'm gonna put that.
This is the soda flat. Real.
Say. So yeah. So when I was saying about this 8 because I got that extra. Really 7. So when I was saying about root shop, all that, when you want to do work on the root shop, and you have crystals and stuff too that work with different chakras. And I got big singing bowls at home. So you can have bells, these pitchforks, not pitchforks, tuning forks, right? And if I would go, say, the crown shop, and I would just hit it, put it on my crown, you can feel it going through your whole top of your head.
I feel the vibration.
Yeah, it's like your crown could be just stuck and stagnated. Like when I talked about the water, but hit that zone with this, then you can put it ground by your ear, right? You can say, that's that
It's gonna
sound.
open up my ear.
Man, you can hit it like this. Feel me? Because what it's doing is it's sending frequency waves, like you hit the water, it's sending waves through your body. Where you won't normally get no wave. Feel me? You get the unseen wave. Yeah, these don't. You have a headache, that zone with head aching that. Just to move that energy, headache go away.
So it's good to like do this every day, though?
Whenever you need it. I don't do it every day, but if I feel myself in need of it, or if I feel some kind of body pain, instead of me taking a Tylenol, I go with the body. Yeah. Pain ain't nothing but energy, stagnated energy in the body. Like the tooth hurt.
Right.
That's because you got a cavity open up and hitting the nerve.
Right.
Feel me? When it hitting that nerve, it's gonna hurt. You cover it back up. This, after you brush and stuff, hit that zone. It's moving that engine.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And the goal is that you take it, throw it out, picture in your mind, imagination. All that stagnated energy, send it back to the earth. Feel me? Speak the word. All this energy around us, like in your oil field, my oil field, we sending this ripple through it. So whatever energy,
Right.
whatever the frequency was, now we changing the frequency to that crown shot, which is, this says 172 hertz. So when you go to a sound therapist, they lay you on the table and tell you relax. Close your eyes, you know. And then if you got something going on in your root shop, you hit the root, down the bottom, you know. You even got zones on your feet, move energy. So they're good to have. And like I said,
And it don't hurt. It ain't like it hurt. You feel vibration, right? It's like
it's
relaxed.
calling vibrations, frequency, and it's really the energy.
Right.
Imagine you don't never get that, but when you start getting it, it's gonna make a difference.
Right.
Feel me?
So the bowl, you got the bowl. You was doing the bowl
Big
earlier.
bowls at home. This is a small one. That's frequency like a bell. People walk around like one of my clients come to me and they stressed out first. I'm gonna do it. That's what it's doing. It's breaking up this stagnated energy. Remember I told you stagnated energy would sit there
Right.
and it was just like in water. eventually it get polluted, you know, and you're breathing that stuff in, taking it out. So, and entity, they don't like this. They don't like nothing like that and bells,
Right.
frequency. They'll leave. They got to get up out of it. Yeah, for real. So just these little simple things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you get them out your house, then you burn that Palo Santo. You know what I mean?
So we did that when we burned that. We burned the sage at my house, right? Before we did my birthday party. You was telling me that some people may, like, I asked Diddy, she said, tell them do it. Tell them go do it, right? But you were saying how some people may be, like, offended or something. And I was like, look, if she said do it, like, we could do it, right? And you did it, and it changed, like, it was, people was having fun,
yeah,
and it was family and friend, but it, like, we still have it, so.
Yeah, you can do it.
It just changed me, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's good. So this stuff ain't no hocus pocus and you don't believe. This stuff is real whether you believe it or not. Right. This is stuff that they used to use back in ancient times before we got all modern technology and all this stuff.
Right.
You know, like you take this, that's sending out a frequency.
You just keep on going.
Don't gotta do it. It take practice to get there. Most people just will hit it. You know what I'm saying? But
And that's just a piece of wood. That
this is wood. This is
I
not.
thought that was metal.
Now this is wood. This here is brass. Now, you know, you got elements, copper, steel, stone, all the stuff. That's when they say,
Yeah.
if you go up high enough in the earth, leave the planet, that's the sound of the universe.
Like that. Right.
You'll hear it. Just be vibrate. Hey, first, what's that? But now, you know, we know what it is. So that's how you can lower your frequency, brand yourself, get out there in earth. Like always drink water. Drink a lot of water. Try to take your water out of plastic. Drinking it, put it in glass. I got copper cups. I also got blue, like deep blue glass. Come across them in the deep blue glass. Buy quarter of every about. I'll put the water in, sit it in the sun. Because what had happened is they done cleaned that water, cleanse that water, but by that water going back to blue,
Right.
water holds memory. So it takes water back. Drink, you know, it puts you on a certain thing. So, and like you say, remember back in the day when they used to have the singing bells in the city,
Yeah.
on top of the church.
Yeah.
You know, everywhere you go, every neighborhood had like a singing bell, right? And they used to hit them bells and the vibrations, send them ripples throughout the community. Whether the people knew it or not, they thought they was saying, oh, it's 5 o'clock, they're ringing the bells.
Right.
They was ringing them bells
But that was about.
to control frequency.
Right.
You know, people going off the street,
Oh, okay,
shooting,
okay.
killing. Let's ring these bells.
Right.
To keep the center frequency wave.
Right.
And it's like almost a form of hypnosis almost. It's just that in your mind, certain frequency.
It just lowered the tension level.
Yeah, but you notice they took them, and the ones that still got them, and they don't really ring the bells.
I never heard
They
that
went
in
through
a
the
long
city.
time.
Yeah, 'cause you ain't gonna hear it. There's a lot of stuff in this world that happens because they control. They exposure.
Yeah, I remember that when we were kids, man.
Yeah,
I thought that was just the church, right?
yeah. Yeah, do you ever remember in the Catholic Church, burning that sage, spraying that junk?
Yeah, I remember
Morning,
seeing that.
they lighting candles.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I ain't never know when it
Yeah,
was.
all that was outside. We took what we did, for them. That's up on the spell. That's like, and now we waking up. So, if you do, you ain't got to run to wearing white hat,
Right.
stick to the feet, right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, coming up at 4 o'clock hour, got like 5 more minutes before we go on a break. So we talked about the tuning forks and the different chakras that you can gotta keep clear, keep fully, because it'd be impossible for you to speak your mind if your throat chakra blocked.
Right.
It's impossible for you to love somebody if your heart chakra. So you gotta learn your chakra. You know, you can Google stuff and get books on it. I'm just telling you stuff where you can say, well, dang, let me see what he talking. We own this.
Right.
Feel me? And this stuff actually works. You know what I'm saying? And then when the higher your frequency is, to manifest the light, good light that you want, just by being on a certain frequency.
Right.
You can't be on a high frequency doing bad stuff. There ain't no way you're gonna be on a grand stop high frequency. Well, you should do shit.
Right.
Feel me?
It ain't work like that.
Nah.
Your mind don't work like that.
Yeah, you gotta be in that mindset. Constant watching stuff. Everything you do, program yourself. Watch TV, whether you know it or not. What'll happen is going to your subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
It play out in your dream.
Right.
And then from your dream, it's gonna come back in your reality. Feel me? Wherever you listen to,
Right.
whatever you eat. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All this plays a role.
It's interesting, man. I hear you, like, the difference. Now, I have a different benefit, right? That when I'm around you, I experience it. When I talk to you, I hear it. But it don't, I'm honest to say, like, it don't stick with my mind. It don't stick because I'm not used to doing it. But when I'm around you, I see it happen, right? I hear it.
That's because.
And then sometimes you sit back and just you watch it and don't say nothing. But you know,
I do that is because I don't peep what's going on.
Right.
And I get my energy. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because energy vampires, energy out, they take your place. You ain't trying to go.
Right.
So you be like, don't do you. I know me, I'm bound by my business. I have a good day. Still have it.
Like let me and see I'm seeing something clear. Now, a few weeks ago we did a show, right? Like I'm seeing it more clear now than I did that day. You gonna know what I'm talking about. It was when we were setting up. We weren't really we were setting up. But on the sound guy wasn't there. So he was on his way, right? And it was a moment you said, sure, put your stuff right here. And you kept moving around. And I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna leave it right here till something. And you was like, nah, I think you put it right here.
I know the sound, man. I will. I know how you set up.
Right.
Yeah, but go ahead. So
I think I left right there and did something else. And then you ain't say nothing. You just you know, went on and was doing what you was doing, right? So later things kind of changed, you know, and I actually said something to him. So things didn't look how I expected it to look. But you never said, man, I told you You should put that right there.
For what? You know what I'm saying? You already seen it.
Right.
Cause that's what I'm saying. When you know something,
Right.
and you come and try to tell me ghost, X, Y, Z, I'd be like, you know these people. I'm gonna take heed.
Right.
But if you tell somebody something, they don't take heed. Don't keep trying to tell them and make them see they draining your energy. Everything is about energy. You gotta protect your energy. That's why I only go around certain people. People like, damn, no fucking so no more. Nah. Nah, for what? Nigga done bring too much energy out.
Right.
You got too much shine just by being in my field, my oil field. I let him in my oil field, right, for a reason. You know? But you take it. Ain't never getting back, being selfish. You ain't gonna be in my oil field no more. You feel me?
Right.
Because that's what them kind of do. So years ago I used to just do it. But that's my man. That's my buddy. We heard from God through the roof. As time go on and you trying to elevate, prosper, the more you prosper, the same people you ran into.
Right.
So God ain't gonna give you what you want, because you ain't got the right people around. And then sometimes he'll move the people away from around. You wonder, I can't have no friend. You can't have no friend. I'm trying to take you somewhere where they can't go.
Right.
You need to take your eyes off them and focus on you. Put that attention on what you trying, things you trying to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, and that's how I live my life. Sometimes I slip, and then once I catch myself, you know, I fall back. Feel me? And
Yeah.
some people love arguing, they're attracted to drama. Feel me? And they don't want to change.
Right.
I love, but not me, but they love fighting for me. Love arguing about energy. And so when you get tired of that, you say, I got to change. And these are just two ways
These things
to
have
help you change. And
some
just
type
by
of
looking
power
at
that
this,
I didn't never realize.
yeah, they got these in the doctor's office.
Yeah.
They went, I was little, I used to remember the dude had this, the dude had one of them rubber joints that hits your knee.
Right.
And he's like, what's that stuff? Right? They know what it is.
Right.
They also know about nature and holistic healing
Right.
versus the medicine. But it's more money in the medicine. Now you see more people got oils, rubbing oils. I got oils at home, like
Yeah.
you were showing that. Different oils you can make using herbs, different things. Right? Help you do with free. Like I say, crystal. Got the herbs through the incense. Like smell it. That's a moment herb.
Right.
You smell something, make you smell something. That's a salt. Love that. Healing that like companies previous level. Yeah. That's the kind of world we live in. That's why they always say try to go.
The salt line.
Yeah, the salt. Not them. It's a never ending journey. It's a good journey.
Yeah.
And you could be in your 80s, 90s, living like you 50, 40. Take care of you.
So if somebody wanted some of these tuning forks, where would you get something like this
You
at?
can go on YouTube, go on Amazon, put in tuning, and pop up.
But you gotta,
You can order
like
them.
somebody could order
These
this.
here, I ordered these from Amazon.
But somebody could
I ordered
order this,
singing
but
bowls.
don't know. They had to learn how to use this and how
Yeah,
to
that's
process this.
just what I'm saying.
Right.
You have to do your research.
Right.
You can YouTube people telling you about this.
Right.
You can buy books on everything.
Right.
Just like you want to learn and watch that TV show or the once you woke, right, it's gonna come. You're gonna be hungry for more knowledge, more knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're gonna want to be around people that's into what you're into. But a lot of times, you ain't gonna find a whole lot of people. Even when it comes down to wearing these copper bracelets,
Right.
iron, and brass, you know what I mean? you know, this right here, like obsidian spirit. That stuff on up under here. All this is strength from my oil field. I'm just telling you about the oil field. So my oil field, I mean, just having this stuff on really more strong than yours. They say Joshua, Jesus, when he came in the percentage, he could be like down in South Carolina, 500 miles away. You'll feel his presence. He down in South Carolina. Feel me?
Right.
People get excited. I need to hear.
You know, he
Like
come,
the
they
lady
can
said,
feel him
I
coming.
just touched him in his garment. One lady ain't even touched him.
Right, she just touched his shit.
Yeah. Just imagine you in the hospital, right? You got cancer, right? And Jesus, gospel coming, he here. The demons gonna be talking, and you know Yahweh on the way here. You know, say he over Virginia, right? He on his way to the hospital. Think they gonna stay in there? They up out of there.
Right.
Cancer gotta flee.
Right.
Cancer can't even exist in the same place.
Right. Right.
You know, sickness can't even exist. Feel me?
Right.
They flee from their name. And it's all about like in the blood. He even said, "I tell you what, come with me. I let you use my name. I ain't even gotta be with you. You feel me?
Right. Right.
And the demons gonna flee. They, you know how like say for instance, you got that one of your uncles up in Philly, you wilding out, and you go up there and you say, "Oh, that's so and so nephew. Oh, that's so and so nephew."
Right.
They gonna treat you a certain kind of way because they know
Right.
your uncle.
Right.
That's how the demons is with Holy Spirit, God.
Right.
Right? One of the demons say, "Paul, I know. Jesus, I know. But who are you?" That's because he was faking the phone.
Oh.
He walking around using the name of Jesus.
One of the
They don't even know Jesus.
Oh,
Or
right.
Josh, you know,
Right.
the Messiah. Put it.
Right.
Yeah. So, but when you raise your feet, guess what? Cancer can't even exist. Cancer got it.
Right.
Tuberculosis, whatever it is,
Right.
you got to go because raising your feet. You're not dis-ease, meaning you put stuff in your body
Right.
to make you sick. You just ain't gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Years and years of
make it
eating
that way.
grease, bogging up the artery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you say somebody touch you and you heal a person, that frequency, somebody say energy come in, go out, they got what you call a sheet. You got something you do like this. Knock you up against the wall. I had some room to fall. I ain't doing it in a while. I used to room to fall. You do like this, rub your hands like this, building up stagnation. You
Right.
feel like you your hands. You see that it moves just a little bit. That becomes
Right.
then the lighter it is, like this white paper. You use imagination. Get that little. See? That's energy. Can't see the energy. But you got some people knock whole crowds of people down.
What?
Because they've been practicing. That's cheap. That's that problem. Power. You got people
Nah,
that-
hold on. You ain't telling me. You just.
You seen it with your own eye. But it can get stronger. You feel what I'm saying? You got. You seen it flipped over. I did what I did. So that's when Bruce Lee be talking about crime
Right.
and all that. All that stuff is real.
His energy. So the heat from you doing like that.
It's energy. Ain't it's heat.
Right.
If you do this, right? Your hands gonna get hot.
Right.
It's getting hot for me. And you can do like this, stag, to feel it. To actually, in your mind, create an energy ball. Right? In my spirit realm, I be fighting demonic spirits, spirit world. I be throwing sheep, busting them down with, but in my spirit.
Right.
Some people call it dreams.
Right.
But how you think these walk, you know, got people go through all that is all, like I said, all that stuff is real. But if you don't change, you'll never be able to do it in that physical thing. Third, you think got it. Remember I told you, item is right, fasting you do,
Right.
and stuff like that. Fast, think faster than most people. You know, stuff like that. Because in becoming aware of it. So you're studying more, it's a sacrifice. You know, I stopped these years, stopped. Like you tried to get me in Brussels. I said, I ain't had no junk food, none of this shit. It's a sacrifice of making that I know they put stuff in.
Right.
Like, keep coming behind. Like you say, Jesus, man, pray, you fast.
Right.
40 days. Like, you fast, getting all the worldly experience out of it. Because you know that battle, when he go up, go around people, so violent,
You gotta be.
you want to touch it. You know what I'm saying? It's fight. So, you got that capability. He said we supposed to be greater things than him.
Right.
How many people know we do greater things? They ain't putting in the work.
Right. Not many.
They
I don't know
the
that.
flesh. They love the flesh. He said you got to kill the flesh.
Right.
You know, and not literally kill the flesh, but you got to deny the flesh.
Right.
And that's what it's about. When you deny it, you can have it resolved. And then you can think, you got people that different things. Once you start clearing anything, I can read your mind. Definitely. Like, you ain't got to say nothing, I read your thought. Back in the day, we ain't even talking. So,
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can read people, I read people innocent. Like, come in here and they ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's because I put in the work to be able to do this. People got different calls, different gifts, spiritual gifts. So, work, S, fall back to the zodiac. B, S, work, wind. Some people water signs, some people fire. It's happening, you know, it's element. That's why I say so much to learn.
Yeah.
You never get bored. And then one day you sit back, but you gonna move different because it's stuff to know. Ain't been one talk.
Yeah.
Then be born talking.
Right.
Feel me? Easy to stay asleep. Keep doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
End up fucked up, wondering why you fucked up.
Right.
You know,
Nah, I
then you
get
be in
it.
jail one day, not you per se,
Right.
and you meet a Muslim guy, and they get to tell you about God. Like, read books. Man, you can't run the street. You ain't
Right.
got no more time on your hands.
Right.
So the creator said, I tried to that way, but he didn't want to listen. I had to slow him down.
Right.
Let him hit a brick wall before he started going his way.
Then you
When
got
you
time to
just do this
listen.
stuff,
You got
man,
time to
while you
settle
out.
down and listen, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to take
Hey,
a
y'all,
quick break.
Y'all took some notes. You just said, man.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna be able to sound on get all this. I'm sharing it with it because right now that's where I'm at. So I'm just sharing with kids. I was like, stop.
Yeah,
Motherfucker
you ain't
ain't
share
get
all
it.
that with me. I ain't never see all that.
And there's a lot more. I can't tell everything in this. Wow. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, you can always pull up video or take notes.
And we're gonna take a break, right? We'll be back, y'all. Good. Those got that. But that is 45 people out your oil. Like,
I got work coming together.
yeah. Yeah.
One time I said my house. I see you. He be outside.
Like that lady moved that door that time. What is it, like a garage door or something? Yeah.
That's why they stuck me. That's why we went there. When anything we do,
You see me on live, you know I'm on live. A friend of mine does. He's in the car.
like they used to do it back in the days. Goldie, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a Tupac Goldie and the Go-Go version though. You know what I'm saying? Mixed with a little Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I got all that in me. You know what I'm saying? I got a little Isaac Hayes in me. Got a little Michael Jordan in me. Got a little everything in me. I love all the kids love me. You know what I'm saying? Can't take me off the streets, baby. This is the second annual 70s jump. Tell the police to stop playing, because they can't stop me. I'm too powerful. The police can't do nothing to me, baby. They love me.
What you gonna do, Jerry? Go with them brothers came down with the whole damn LW bar. My man, Manny Big Danny, the whole club. My nigga Dino, the CH Feet Bob. Always a pleasure. Yeah. What's up, twin? big drink.
No
And Skimmy
motherfucking way.
Butterfingers. What the time spent on that thing, crew? We out here, Mo? You gotta let me know, though. And Skimmy Butterfingers, negative dog pound. And you got to save me a bit of that, though. Now, hold up, hold on. Y'all ready to party, Twan? The party to die. My nigga TJ. Now, what's up, Greg? We got my man, what's up, Tony? And Skimmy Butterfingers. What's up, Greg? Dynamite Basketball Program, JC in Texas, y'all. Hey, Greg, when you get that money, you got to buy me a coupe or something. Yeah. When you get the good NBA, you can't be faking on the money, though. Hey, Smokey Joe, what you gonna do, Smokey Joe? And Skimmy Butterfingers. Yeah. Say what? Yeah. And Skimmy 14. You ready to drink time? Take this party up, bud. Yeah. What's up, Shaka Zulu? What's up, Shaka? Now how you gonna act good? My nigga good book. What dog pound at? I gotta have a few words with you though, man. Skimmy Butterfinger. Take this party up, bud. The 58 crew. Put my specs on that boat. Yeah. What's up, house man? We ain't seen you in a long time. Since I was a little boy up the black hole, huh? And Skimmy Butterfinger. Yeah. You let them ride, so it's full of blood. We ain't get sweet beyond them up yet in here. What you gonna do, Kaden? We ain't get sweet Kim and all the honey buns yet. That ain't fucked up and brought her in here. Hey, Keena. She knows she dead wrong, man. But Skimmy Butterfinger. Yeah. Where the 58 grew at? The 58 honey showed up be party with me on Thursday nights. They showed up be out of sight in the good dinos. Yeah. Hey, dog, pal, hold what you got, man. And Skimmy, we go. Tight this body up, bud. Yeah. Yeah. Now come on. Hey, dog, pal. The niggas for life. Now come on. Hey, babe, what we sipping on, babe? What we sipping on tonight? What we sipping on, good? It's Skimmy Butterfingers. Go from ice cream, honey bun. Sweet daddy, who go? Would you go with you, girl? What the on the man? Huh? They ain't let 'em in? Say what? They in the back? They in the back? Okay. They got to make their way up front, though. Hold up, good. 14 better. A 14 better. A 14 better. A 14 better. You ready, dog pound?
Come on. Yeah. Check it out. I got some bitches in the living room getting it on. It's Thursdays even till 6 in the
6
morning.
in the
Do
morning.
what you wanna do, shit. I got a problem from the lifestyle to cut you. Hey, yo,
You
what?
break down, girl. The whole bar style,
Come
yeah.
on.
The whole bar style,
Come
yeah.
on.
With my whole bar honey bun.
Say.
Y'all ready to party? Well, y'all came to the right place, girl. Y'all ready to party? Hey, Dion. Hey, Dion. Well, goddamn it, break down, girl. Well, that's a kind of breakdown. Do that dance, baby. Do that dance. Well, let's work it out. Come on. Well, do that dance, baby. Do that dance. Well, let's work it out. Come on. Well, do that dance, baby. Do that dance. Well, let's work it out. Come on. Well, do that dance. Hey, Steve, the 640 crew. Hey, 640, where they at? 640. My nigga named Steve. The 58 crew. Well, hold by. 14 better. A 14 bed good time. The first 300. Outside girl. The 9th Street crew. But now they know what to do. The whole by Honey Bun. Sweet Penny and Angel. And Dion. And come on. Well, that's a kind of break deal. My nigga Lil Robbie. Shake with your mama, Hey, Steve. What you gonna do back here, boy? With the rest of the kitty. Well, that's a kind of break deal. The summer teller crew. Yeah, with that self-intella. My nigga 6 Cent. Now come on. Hey, 640, where you at, 640? Yeah. What's up, King Love? Yeah. The first 300s, come on. 14th, the Belmont. The Belmont honeys. Yeah, and Belmont. Ain't 9th Street, break down. What's up, Stink? Hey, come on. The 645. Hey, Sweet Joy. Y'all got to start getting my size down Sports Zone, girl. Every time I come to Sports Zone, I got to look around for a pair of shoes. Y'all got to start getting 13s and 12s in here. You break down, girl. Hey, dog pound. Where the pound at? The dog pound. My nigga Lil Ray. The 1-4 zone. Hey, Dion. Come on, girl.
I got some business in the living room, getting it on it. They ain't leaving till 6 in the
6 in the
So
morning.
what you want to do, shit? I got a bucket full of rubbers in the sun. Do to turn out them lights and blow themselves. But for what?
We don't love them hoes.
Fuck no. And we gon' smoke an ounce in it. See some hoes down while
You
you're
break down, girl. Don't tell me you going solo, Stick. You and my nigga 6 Cent. Hey, 640, goddamn 640. You break down. What's up, Tyrone? Don't forget about the good Dinos. You don't know what you're missing on Thursday nights. I Mo. They don't know what they missing on Thursday nights, do they, Mo? We be doing this each and every Thursday. What's up, Sammy? The Northwest Youngest, come on. Over the whole dirty place. Big Bear, my man Food.
That was my man
Big
Doug.
Dre, my
He
nigga Rico.
called me.
Always my nigga Fox, nigga Willis. I say the 13 plays, yeah. What's up, Cap P? What you got with you, man?
He wasn't at the house. He was over there.
My nigga Cam Pern,
Nah, I
the
told him
640 crew.
I dropped you
Yo,
off.
my nigga 6
I
Cent.
want to take you to after.
My nigga Black Snake. You hold it down.
Oh, you want to put it inside in the car? He must ain't got no donkey.
Yeah. Hey, Mo, to the stage. Yeah.
building down there that run. Cause every time they had some, maybe had some different people in like party or something. They must just rent that joint off for parties.
Don't forget about United First, y'all. We have the good black scrubbing with Luke Skywalker. Yeah.
Well, you know that
No little something extra up there with them people's
Out in the hallway?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people out there?
Live and
Nah,
unseen,
they not in the
Bobby
hall.
Bougie
They
Bang.
going down the hall where that girl was
The
going
whole
down.
of good.
I think that room they going in, they be
I don't
somebody
see that
renting.
rough
It's
support,
like
Bobby.
parties or something. You know how
Act
big
like
that
you
joint
wanted
is.
it, Daniel. You know he fucking with me on Sunday. Yeah. We got the whole damn West supporters mob in here. Yeah.
Like that night,
In DC, son. Yeah.
OG,
Uh,
you know, dude, Jake.
also, don't forget about each and every Thursday of the new
Mike
video,
Tyson.
y'all.
He supposed to fight.
Me and my super DJ. My only DJ.
Right, he supposed to fight Tito Chavez son.
He says that's that Mike Tyson shit.
Yeah,
He just trying to get some more money off the fight.
yeah.
That's all that shit is.
He
Getting
fight
in,
Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr. should beat him.
We back.
Here,
We
real.
back. We ain't even gonna promote that. Don't even talk.
Right.
Look out, community. Yeah, we back. We was talking about sounds, vibrations, frequency, and how to raise your frequency, keep your frequency at a certain level where you can manifest your best life, keep manifesting, and not be on a wave like a roller coaster. Being bipolar and all that. One way one day, another way the next day. So, if you had any questions, should that you get the feedback you had.
Nah. What's the feedback? Is that me?
You turning something up, Nico? You getting the feedback. Mike, it shouldn't be the phone.
Maybe these tuning folks, energy coming off the joint.
Might be the Yeah. You put them here?
Nah, they put it right there.
That's the frequency coming off these. All of these tuning forks. Let's move over here. That's what I be talking about when y'all can't see it. Just because you don't see it don't mean it don't exist.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Eat with your throat shot. 2. You good. So yeah, I had bigger singing bowls, different crystals we can get into help you hold certain frequencies. Just having certain crystal stones in the room. This here is an amethyst quartz crystal. You can look up the properties with this amethyst through just having it in the room. You all get quartz that's amplified. You know what I mean? When I talked about love, this is bold, heavy too. It's your side, man.
What is?
This will put you to sleep. These are called spear, and it's a rose quartz. And if you look at that, you got one. Hand me the hot shot. So I would say this is the hot chakra, the rose quartz. It's the crystal for the hot chakra. This. Color pink, you got a caramel, that would represent love, which is the heart side. So, then that people wear certain Rose for Christmas bracelets. Want to check who still want to have, do this stagnated Instagram. You got herbs that work for the heart, for the different doctors. We got, like the sun, we got the solar plex. It's right up here. But the solar plex is color is yellow because the sun, solar system. You got the solar system.
Right.
You got the solar plex. You have to do work, clean, keep that really. So each chakra, you can Google the chakras of the body. You can see them, they'll come up. Most likely see it in the first day. You have different colors to represent the chakra. You're doing work on the root chakra, trying to feel, most likely feel with red. You'll wear the color of that chakra. Throat chakra, blue. This is GoGoRadio.com community. He probably didn't even know it, but blue, blue on.
Right.
Communication. You know what I'm saying? Crown chakra. That's what the amethyst represents. The lavender, purple. Like, you see, like queens that was with purple. Warriors.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
That's what this represents. Doing the freak. And this that being in the room, it sends all the freak in the room. Can't see it or hear it. That's the problem. Now, sending off that freak. I'm amplifying this.
Right.
And they had them in a lot of private schools throughout the world. They put them in rich people class. This they know about the energy. If you ever pay attention to rich people, maybe in their home, whatever, they show you really all the man. You see rich people songs in their home, you think, oh, they just doing that decoration. Nah, they know about these things that we talk about.
Right.
So that's how millionaires, trillionaires, whatever, move. They know about a lot of stuff, act on a lot of stuff the average person don't act on. No. Feel me? So we can use these things to enhance your life, better your life. And energy is everything. So I hope some of y'all learn something today, something you can tap into, that little interesting, really,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
and
learned.
just start your journey.
I learned a lot of stuff.
Oh,
I
tell me
saw
something.
so earlier. I saw it was like 4 to 24 you got, and as we started talking about them, I was listening, but then you pulled out like 5 more.
Right.
So what I got from that was that, like, the learning, for me, I thought that was it, right? And then my excitement came in because when I started seeing you pull out more, I was like, so it's more to this?
Yeah.
Right.
Remember I told
And
you
it's
you
a
got
lot
this
more.
big
Right.
that you can get. Yeah. So this never ends.
Right.
It's always more. And then when you think you know everything, everybody said it already. Man, they know he knows everything, knows nothing at all. Know that he knows nothing at all.
Right.
Because spirit can teach you. And you never go by, okay, hand me that book. He would say, this book got an author. Every book ever written by man got an author, right? So when somebody say, I go by the Bible, in my life, ever the Bible, you gotta realize, the Bible is written by man. Jesus been writing, always writing. So he got a barcode, somebody trying to buy a Bible. So therefore, got a lot of knowledge. But man, anytime man deals with something, corruption. So you always want to tune in, be connected to source. Go outside, sun gaze, sit in the sun, let that sun hit your head with incentive. They told us to keep our hair cut short, reason. But naturally, there's both no reason for oil. Oil comes from earth, plant. And you let the sun, that's how that radiation hits your antennas. You know, like a car, you had an antenna on the car, you want to get that frequency. That's how we is. Air, frequency to the sun.
Right.
Give us downloads. And you'll get ideas from the creator. But if you don't tune in and listen to get them ideas, you only going by what you read out of the book. Man wrote.
Right.
Then that man becomes your God.
Yeah. And you
Versus
limit it.
God, yeah.
You limit
That's
it.
in the sky. You know, that's in you, behind yourself. You know, that's what it is. If we got a few more minutes, I can go on and say, you want to go out and you can get in salt water. If you go to the beach, you got people that bodies be hurting that had surgery. They would go fly home to Jamaica or to the Caribbean just to get in that water.
The salt water. Yeah.
That salt water actually heals your body. Feel me? And that's a known fact. Because it's the earth. I had my knee surgery when I went out that zone. I stayed in it. The water was so clear you can look at it and see fish swimming. Yeah. And so it's amazing how certain parts of the climate is versus other side.
Yeah.
So you can go out in nature, period. And what is about 90-something? How hot is it?
I don't know. It's warm. It's warm. It's hotter than it was when we came in. It says 90.
Okay, yeah, 90. So, tomorrow, next Saturday is the 5th, so we might not do the 5th. So we still probably have to take care of that thing. So, I don't know if we do it for cash out, but we do. And we supposed to pick up the second Saturday, but we're out in the lobby.
Live in the lobby with it.
Because he said he got somebody doing something next week, so I'm not sure if I'm coming here right after the 4th. It all depends on what I got going. So yes, something.
That's on the Friday though.
So we'll talk before.
Okay.
Yeah. See how.
And I want to thank you too, man. Last Saturday we had my birthday. It was celebration, man.
That was last Saturday or Saturday?
I think that was last. I can't even. I think that was last Saturday. That was the that was the 15th. That was the week before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to thank you.
Yeah, we enjoyed ourselves out there. Yeah, we had fun, man. We did the karaoke like the 80s.
Yeah.
And I posted.
And we did some rock stuff. I didn't even know. I didn't realize you had recorded as much as you recorded, man.
Yeah.
And then looking at your recordings goes, I was like, where was I at?
Yeah. I thought you was in the kitchen when I didn't see you.
I may have been in
You might have been out back because y'all had some stuff going on the balcony. Not the balcony, but the patio.
Yeah.
And then a couple of times you ran out. I guess people parking the car or something.
Yeah. Making sure people.
Yeah, but the party kept on
parking
going.
the
The
wrong
party
place.
didn't stop, you know.
Yeah, I want to thank you, man, for coming and staying.
Yeah.
You was there from the beginning to the end, man.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm
enjoyed
glad.
myself.
I'm glad you was, because we got a chance to really. You got a chance to sit back and relax. I got a chance to see how you relax too.
Yeah, I was chilling. I was trying to get me up and do stuff. I'm all right right here, man. I'm chilling. Because when you used to be in the one always doing this and doing that, sometimes you got to feel good to sit back and shit.
Then you was chilling with my son.
Yeah, he came to me like he knew me for a long time. But see, that's my oil field, my freak.
Yeah.
They was like, and then your father was looking like, he don't know, man. The first time he had my act like, I'm vibing like that. I was at the beach one time in Ocean City visiting my sister. It was so hot out there, everybody out there. I just sat there and took a break for a minute. So these Caucasian people walking past, like 8 or 9 of them, might have been like 2 families or something. And so this little boy looked like 1 years old, because he was barely walking. And the lady was carrying him, so they stopped like in front of the bench I was sitting on. So the lady was holding the baby, and everybody was talking. So the little baby looked at me like, "Beastie to me," right? I said, "Hey," And so they people when they seen that, they like, "You didn't even know it." I was like, "Yeah." So the lady handed it to me. "Hey, little man, what's going on?" And the other people that they were like tripping out like, "Yeah," gave me a big hug and everything. But they the kicker. When I said, "Okay, they get ready to go," and I was handing it back to the mama, whoever the lady was. Like he ain't want to go. I don't know. Days and time we live in, that's what I told them. But yeah, when you raise your frequency, animals will start coming around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they can feel the frequency.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's happening now. I just seen a man the other day on YouTube. He was like, looked like he was in the jungle or wherever he was at, Africa somewhere. Because you couldn't even see in the water. It was like that dirty brown water. But he had some bananas, some avocado, and the monkey. It was like 4 monkeys, but one of them came in the water. He met the monkey. He gave him the thing, and the monkey gave him a hug. You seen that?
I saw that.
Yeah, that was wild right there.
I was looking at that like.
That's because our frequency is raising. Them animals are coming. If you eat, say you eat meat, and them animals come around, they can smell it in you.
Oh yeah.
They be like, "You fuck with him because he meat."
Yeah.
And it's a chance he can eat meat.
Yeah.
But I come around and by me being vegan, they won't smell it.
Right.
Be on a different frequency.
Right.
And they be like, "Oh, he's safe."
Right.
Feel me? And that's just like you go to heaven, right? You want to go to heaven. What if God got chickens and cows up? You gonna be hungry. You gonna be like, you gonna be remembering them chicken wings.
Yeah.
You gonna be looking at that chicken.
Yeah.
So you gotta do what you gotta do to get on them frequencies, man. People don't want to hear that,
Right.
but it is what it is. So I say, I want to give a shout out to my man Stan. He one of my buddies. We didn't get to see each other like we used to because his car was down, my car down. So, but we kicking on the phone. But he called me. Yeah, we be joking, telling jokes and everything. He keep me laughing. Yeah, so.
Goes, we don't want to tell the joke about the
All about the joke you told me about heaven. Sure told me a joke in the car, right?
Somebody told me that.
He told me the joke, but I tell it. And sure, he be telling the joke. He linger that joke on. But I try to say it like so. If I mess it up, forgive me, but let me know.
No, go ahead. Let me see. I made it long. I think I made it longer, like you said. Then Perky told me.
I'll put my touch on.
All right.
It was these 3 ladies. They passed and they went to heaven, right? So they was happy to be in heaven, and it was like, well, old St. Peter's at the Golden Gate. You know, he was like, "I'm gonna let y'all in, but there's some rules you got to abide by, because we can't just have y'all coming in here with all that earthly stuff. You know what I mean? This is heaven. You gotta respect that." So they was like, "Cool, you let us in." They wanted to get in, so they got in. He let them in. He said, "First, well, the main rule is we don't want you stepping on none of these ducks." They looked down. They was like, "Okay, that's easy. We ain't worried about no. We won't step on the ducks." So about a week or so passed. The St. Peter's left. Came back. Oh, seen a couple of dead ducks, man. So he went to the lady. Who stepped on these ducks? You know, he said, "I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention. You gonna kick me out?" He said, "Nah, we ain't kicking me out, but what you gonna do? You gotta be punished. So, I'm gonna give you this man. You gotta spend at least 3,000 years with." She said, "Okay." She looked. The man was tall, ugly looking dude. He was like, "I gotta stay with." Yeah. She dropped her head. She went on with the man. So later on, they was out there partying, doing whatever they do, and the lady wasn't paying attention. Stepped on a couple of ducks. Old St. Peter said, "You know what? You know what you gotta do? What you gotta do? Ugly.
That was the second lady.
And the second lady.
Right.
So the third lady said, I'm paying attention. I ain't got time to be spending eternity with these ugly men. So all of a sudden, St. Peter came in handsome man. And so he said, I'm gonna let you, spend some time with him, at the same time. Okay, he look good. I'm gonna be with him. So he asked the lady, said, you stepping some ducks? He was like, no, he said, what did you do? He said, I ain't did nothing. He just said, I would spend some time with you. So the man said, well, I know, I just stepped on some ducks. Some of y'all get that next Saturday, but if it went over your head, it went over your head. But if it didn't go over your head, that means she's the ugly one. He's got her. He stepped on some ducks, so now he got to be with her. The ugly one. So that was a good joke he told me right there. It was funny. But with that being said, man, we're going to get ready to get up out of here. We enjoyed this little time we had together. Like I said, we'll let y'all know. We'll post it whether we're coming in, because next Saturday is a holiday weekend, and I had a show, but it was canceled. So we got some things going on. I might just be out enjoying myself. But like I said, we discussed it within the middle of the week, the middle of the strong. Got anything you want to say, Sheriff, before we bounce?
Just, thanks for y'all tuning in. Keep the peace, keep the love, and always pretty much say, keep pushing forward. No matter what your situation is, it's easy for me to say, but just keep pushing forward, and love on somebody, even if somebody haven't loved on you yet.
With that being said, man, y'all have a good 4th. Be safe. Be positive. Raise your frequency. Get some forks and bows. Go on Google, but just start somewhere. All right? Yeah.
Peace.